ジョルノ・ジョバーナには夢がある。
Hey everyone, so before we start off today's video, I just want to apologize for my inconsistent uploads. I've had a lot going on in my life lately, and I've also been dealing with some technical problems as well, which have both been kind of holding me back a bit from working on some videos. Believe me, I've been trying to no avail really, but on the bright side of things here, I have written up several scripts in my spare time for more scripted content in the future, so if you all ever want me to discuss something in particular, just drop a comment down below, and if enough of you show an interest in the same things, I'll consider adding it to my list of topics that I have to cover. Anyways, with that stuff being said and done, now let's focus on the gameplay at hand. So right now I'm going to be playing in the recent minor draft challenge that was going on. And as you can imagine, I was really eager to work towards getting the limited time emote across all of my accounts, so it took a bit of doing, but I did manage to get by, and I even went so far as to purchase one of the other minor emotes from the shop since it was available for gems. It was that minor emote where you have the flower on his head and he's just looking around. It's probably gotta be my favorite emote right now, or at least one of them in the game currently. Anyways, so we're playing against Max from CRM Esports right now, and honestly folks, I'm not liking this matchup at all, trust me. Golem, Balloon, and he has the Rocket. That's just pretty darn annoying for me because I have the Hunter and Wizard, which were both kind of susceptible to the Rocket, of course, so I can't really start either one of them up behind my towers. And as you know, the Hunter has limited places you can put him down for effective value, so that Hunter could get rocketed down pretty easily, which is not something I was looking forward to. As you can see, I'm spreading out my troops here just to try to avoid giving him too much rocket value. He is considering using it right now, but he does hesitate and goes for the Prince instead. Now, I probably could have placed that Bandit a little bit off to the right where the Hunter is, and probably shielded that Wizard a little bit if she was higher up. But I kind of failed there. It was a little bit of a reflex reaction there. So he's gonna be dropping these guards right now, and they take care of the Hunter. I'm gonna try to mostly ignore that, but he drops the Balloon. The Balloon is scary as heck right now, and two of those fire spirits decide to jump onto that one guard. That really did not make my life any easier here. So that Balloon connects and does a lot of damage. As you can see right now, he has those archers on the ready for my flying machine, as well as those bats. So my flying machine is probably never really gonna connect to that tower there. He has very cheap support. Honestly, this is what helps him win this game, or at least, you know, come close to it. So he has the musketeer, he has the guards, bats, archers. His support units are really cheap and easy to cycle through, and his win condition, even though it's expensive in the form of the Golem and the Balloon, he has a much easier time making a threatening push. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to cycle between my Wizard, Hunter, and Bandit really here just to try to get by on my defenses, and it's just not easy at all. Here I'm gonna really mess up a bit here. I was trying to drop the Giant there to tank for the Bandit, but yeah, the Bandit dash, it just went by so fast that the Prince ended up killing the Bandit still anyways, which was not ideal. I really messed up that play there, but I'm gonna be redeeming myself right now. He drops the Balloon there, going pretty aggressive. I drop my Hunter just in the right spot, so that Balloon does not even get death damage, thankfully, because if that Balloon got any death damage at all, that would be GG right there, because he could just rocket me out there. He's considering rocketing right now, but I don't know why he isn't using it. Honestly, he probably should have just went for the rocket cycle. He could have just defended my troops easily. Again, look at this here. He drops archers right at the bridge there, and he is able to kill my flying machine. It's pretty easy for him right now to defend. I have my miner, he has guards. If I drop my bandit, he has something like Prince. He could also use guards on that, just kite it with the Golem. He has a lot of options, honestly. Right now, I'm going to be bridge spamming my bandit there with the fire spirits. Thankfully, he dropped that Golem in the back, so I was able to get a fair amount of damage with that bandit there, sorry. And I'm going to be dealing a lot of extra damage with the miner. I'm going to zap there just to get some extra damage as well. We do bring that tower down to 178 HP. Now here, I'm going to be cycling very frantically. I'm desperate to just cycle back to my miner and zap to finish that tower. Look at this, we have the Golem on the tower, 259 HP left, but a zap and minus swing does take down that tower there. We send him a little bit of a kiss mode there, just to tease him a little bit there. It was pretty clutch, you gotta admit that. So it was probably a little bit annoying of me to do, but whatever. That's in the past. Anyways, we're moving on to match number 2 right now. We're playing against Jimmy Shots, and so far we've got these Spear Goblins, Miner, Fire Spirits, Hunter versus his Balloon, Minions, and Goblins and stuff there. So we have fairly decent cards to counter that Balloon, and we've also got the Rocket, so that means we should be able to prevent any balloons from coming to our tower, but you never know, sometimes you can really get caught off guard. So he starts off with an Ice Wizard there. I'm going to be cycling a Miner there, and now he goes immediately for the Golem. So this is a bit worrying here right now. I thought of some recruits there just to play it safe. I don't want to make any costly plays right now because he could have just bridge spammed a Prince if I went for Mini P.E.K.K.A at first. So yeah, the recruits there was just to make sure that he doesn't try to split lane pressure me right now. The Mini P.E.K.K.A does a lot of damage, folks. Honestly, Mini P.E.K.K.A is one of my favorite cards from the original set of cards that were in game. But you know, I kind of actually like the Lumberjack a little more for the rage factor. It does help a little bit more. Now take a look at this, folks. I'm gonna be redirecting that Prince there. It was not 100% on purpose, but I was just hoping it would work out like that, and it did. The Mini P.E.K.K.A does manage to bring down that tower by himself there, along with the Spear Goblins, of course. So that was pretty epic there in itself, and honestly, folks, this is where things are gonna be going haywire for me right now. I could not get the Prince and Balloon to line up together because, you know, I needed something to distract that Prince there, and given how fast he was moving, I could not really line up a rocket in time there. So yeah, that tower suffers a lot of damage, just surviving barely with 21 HP. So things are not looking good there for that tower, so I'm going to be shifting my attention to his left tower and try to get some chip damage overall. So we get through a little bit there with the recruits. No, actually no, we don't get any damage at all. His minions clean up everything nicely, so that's good for him. So we're gonna go with the Miner and Fire Spirits right now and see what we can do. I placed the Fire Spirits a little bit back, hoping that he would drop something else, you know, beforehand, but he did not. So I dropped my Miner. Somehow, I don't know how some people mess this up, but he did not get the Prince to block the Miner in time there, and unfortunately I was just trying to play it safe there. I did not want to use a rocket again because I was afraid of the timing I would mess it up. It's really easy to miss a rocket, folks. I'm sure most of you have experienced it already. It's not pleasant at all. But anyways, look at this again. The Mini P.E.K.K.A is making his way to the tower, and he does manage to land one swing, two swings, and bring down that tower there once again for us. So we are in the lead right now. We have 2 towers up still. He does not have any sort of direct damage spell, so he's gonna have to work for that tower there if he wants it. So I'm gonna be playing it safe right now, just getting rid of that golem there. He can have my right side tower if he wants, but my left side, I cannot afford to just give it up too much there. Oh, he does have Earthquake. Sorry, I forgot about that. He has Earthquake there. He finishes it off, but his Balloon is going to be pretty terrible right now. Look at this. The Balloon comes just in range of the Hunter there, and it takes a lot of damage. I rocket just for safe measure there. I did not want to take any chances whatsoever. So that was an easy match for us there, folks. We walk away with 2 crowns, and we're going to be moving on to our next match. Now this match, folks, is going to be a really interesting one, trust me. Okay, folks, so we're on our last match right now, and we're versus Annie's BD. I'm not really sure how we're going to be saying that, but anyways, take a look at the cards that I'm picking right now. We have got the Valkyrie for some solid defense against his support, Ice Spirit for cycle, Minions just for DPS overall, and Ghost, which is pretty versatile after his buff and stuff. But honestly, folks, I'm going to be messing up with this Ghost pretty badly at one point here. I don't know how I made this mistake, but you'll see what it is eventually. Anyways, he starts off with an aggressive bandit there while I'm cycling my Ice Spirit. I'm gonna just drop a Valkyrie there. I did not want to drop the Ghost because odds are the bandit probably would have dashed away in time. So he uses his Fire Spirits there just to split his troops there and get some extra damage on my right tower. But I decided to go in with my minions there, trying to get some extra damage to punish his Fire Spirit play. But he has Fireball in hand, and he also has Poison. Now, I should not have used this freeze here. Honestly, I should have saved that freeze for defense. I have no idea why I wasted that freeze. Earthquake would probably have been a better call there for some extra damage and at a lower elixir cost, but we did it anyways. So right now he starts off a golem, so I'm thinking, you know what, okay, we'll just defend that golem push with my executioner, and then he drops giant. I was not expecting him to have 2 big tanks there, which is something that just really caught me off guard. So he's going to be dropping his bandit right now. take care of my executioner. Unfortunately, the executioner is just gonna barely survive there from the bandit, only to die to the explosion from the golem dying itself. So yeah, we take a lot of damage on our right side tower, but we don't do too bad, all things considered. I mean, his left tower has around 1200 HP, so around 200 HP, give or take, really, because, you know, the tower I have has 996. Anyways, this is where I mess up with the ghost. The ghost fails to kill any fire spirits because he was dropped in the middle of them. I should have dropped him a little more off to the side, and that would have saved me roughly 300 damage there. But anyways, we send a miner there in the middle of the arena there just to get some chip damage there and try to avoid being predicted, but he's going to be committing really hard here with his golem push, and that tower is probably going to go down before the golem dies anyways. So yeah, the golemites are on the tower there, and with their death damage, the tower goes down. Bandit finishes off my executioner, so can't even make a counter push off of that, so we're going to be having a really tough time here. So I send in my ghost there to try and get some extra damage. He kites the ghost away with his giant, which is unfortunate for me, so I freeze once again trying to get some extra damage, and he drops the E-Wiz there to block my miner. So yeah, things are not looking good. I drop my executioner there in hopes to, you know, just defend overall against his mammoth pushes that he's going to be making, but he drops the golem up ahead now, so he's trying to just build a solid wall there for me to not be able to break through. He ignores the miner there, which is unfortunate for him. So with the earthquake, the miner helps finish off that tower there. He has giant behind the golem. Folks, this is gonna be scary for me right now. That golem is dealing a lot of damage by itself. The golemites are being like support units now. One golemite is just barely out of reach of the executioner's axe, so we take a lot of damage. We are just around 600 HP. I'm going to be going in pretty aggressive right now, trying a last ditch effort here. He drops a golem in the pocket. It's a pretty bold move, honestly, and we're going to be freezing that right side tower of his there. Meanwhile, he poisons my left side tower here, and take a look at this. I thought the match was over, but what is this, folks? We have 1 HP left. If the golemite exploded, if that poison had an extra second of tick, if anything was just even remotely different, that would have been a completely different outcome for me there, folks. He would have walked away with the win, but thankfully that was not the case. So anyways, now we're just going to be opening up a mega lightning chest here, folks. I haven't opened one of these in a while, so this was pretty nice to see overall. So as we're opening up this chest here right now, we start off with 7,614 gold, 93 giant snowballs, 96 bombers, 457 knights, which is pretty decent, 13 goblin cages, 157 heals. I'm definitely going to be getting rid of that, 29 goblin barrels, and our legendary card is going to be the Night Witch. So we have some pretty okay cards, but I really want to get rid of those heals, so we're going to be striking that down pretty fast and pretty hard there. We get 157 elixir collectors, we get 157 ice golems. It's looking a little bit better. We strike down the goblin barrels there, trying to see what else we can get, and I'm going to be getting 29 pekkas, so I'll be taking that for sure. And we're striking down the ice golem again. We get 157 royal hogs, and now we have 157 fireballs, so definitely keeping that now, folks. And the only thing different that I might strike down now is just the legendary cards, so I'm gonna strike it down and get a lava hound, and then we're gonna get an ice wizard to cap it off there. So ice wizard is a pretty decent card overall, so I'd rather take that over the lava hound. Even though lava hound has a higher win rate and stuff in game, I kind of like the ice wizard a little bit more. So pretty satisfied with that result there overall. And honestly, folks, I have to give a big shout out to my friend Vengeance Hunter. He paid for the season pass for me this season, which I really appreciated. Thank you so much, bro, for that. It helped a lot. I am really excited to get that you know, the decked out King Tower now. It's just pretty awesome. So anyways, thank you all so much for bearing with me here and listening to me rambling on about different stuff. I know the video might be a little bit out of sync in terms of the sound and visuals, but it's because I was not able to record this using my computer and stuff. Trust me, folks, it's kind of hard to explain right now, but just go with it. Anyways, thank you all again for watching, and I do hope to see you all in my next video. I will be working on that pretty soon, so fingers crossed I will get it up within a week, hopefully. Don't hold me to that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Peace out, guys.